Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Etheric Light Soma. My name's Marisa. If you're new here, welcome in. If you are returning, hello again. It's been some time since I've recorded a video for you guys. I've been momming the whole summer. I've been attuning to what feels right for me and my little ones and my family. A lot of changes, a lot of happenings, a lot of synchronicities and changes. So if you are on the cusp of big changes, big revelations, big transformations, well, we're all here for it, right? Because we are diving deep into this eclipse season soon. Right now, we kind of can feel more a little bit harmony in ourselves, in our experiences because of this Libra season. And I started something fun recently, taking an astrology course. So be on the lookout for more astrology dropping into these sessions that we experience together and that are experiential. And I opened up sacred space for healing and connection today. You know how we do. I'm going to go through the symbols and kind of what was coming through. And if it resonates with you, cool. Leave a comment below, maybe like this video. Share some love, spread some love. But there was really a frequency that was coming through, and it was very much maternal, motherly, divine feminine. So this space today, this sacred session that we're in right now, where these messages are just going to flow in, and I'm going to also read from my downloads that came in, is really being held within the feminine energy. Okay, the maternal, the motherly, divine, cosmic mother energies, the earthly mother energies, okay? And there's really a lot of comfort, of warmth, of sacred reconnection that's happening throughout this session today. I mean, the first card that came through when I pull cards was Mother Healing. And this card says, as your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. And so I'm going to go through the symbols and the messages that were downloaded first. And then I'm going to break into them a little bit deeper. So this is how, if you've had a session with me, if you know that we go deep diving into what is coming up presently for you. So what was coming up presently for this collective, or this, if maybe this is for someone specifically, okay, in this video, but what was coming through was I heard breaking free out of the norm. And then the next one was cultivating deep remembrance of love, releasing separation. And I'm actually going to pair those two together because I feel like with the maternal and mother line energies coming through, okay, now it's mother line, so there's ancestral healing going on here. And that's where I feel like this treasure chest card came in, because you are opening up this treasure chest. Even though it's felt very heavy, you felt kind of fatigued, weak, almost like it's been long held within your system, okay? Within your nervous system, within your bones, within your blood, within your breath. Almost, you've been holding your breath, waiting for this to open, for this treasure chest of this healing, of this awakening to happen within the maternal line. And there's this breaking free and out of the norm. Like you're breaking free of the patterns, the behaviors, the similarities that you've noticed, that you're aware of within your own maternal line, right? If you've grown up with a mother or a grandmother or a great grandmother or aunts, cousins, any of the feminine maternal line lineage. If you've grown up and there was a lot of abuse, if there was a lot of self-hatred, if there was a lot of deep grief, shame, you've noticed that you've kind of carried that along your path. And this noticing, this awareness, this consciousness of that, because you've had to deep dive in your body and feel it, to notice it. Whereas they were unconsciously walking through their lives, holding this heaviness, unsure of where it came from or unconscious to how to choose to change it. But you are. You're here and you're consciously aware and you're choosing to change it. You're choosing to make a change. And so when I say and receive this message around cultivating deep remembrance of love, releasing separation, you're releasing separation around unlove, okay? Or love lost or love unreceived. Love not taken is what I'm also hearing. So for some of you, you were children who were in a home that maybe didn't feel so loving. Maybe there wasn't talk about emotions. There wasn't emotional fulfillment. There wasn't emotional intelligence. There wasn't emotional engagement in what you were feeling or noticing in your body. You were maybe told to get over it, that it's not that bad, that come on, toughen up. Let's go. Get on with it, right? What I'm hearing is like, get on with it, right? I'm laughing because I know I too have grown up in a household like that. And so I'm feeling really deeply into my heart space as we connect in with this energy and this frequency of love unreceived or the inner child coming through right now, and releasing this separation energies, these vibrations that kind of clogged up our system of understanding how to move through, how to understand, how to listen to our emotions, how to understand and be with our feelings, how to hold the capacity or build the capacity to have the experience with those big emotions and feelings, because it feels like you've been like on this wave of riding your emotions and you've done just fine, okay, is what I'm hearing. Like you've done just fine with the tools and the resources that you've had. And there's going to be a breakthrough, right? There's going to be a breakthrough. And this breakthrough is like going to start to show you in your present reality, how much change that you've created or how much the changes that you're making are going to be creating. It's going to be very, very powerful, okay, when you unlock this deep remembrance of love, of what love is, okay, what love truly is on the other side of maybe self-hatred, of maybe self-abuse or abuse. Well, right, anything that happens in our physical reality is a reflection of our internal state. Our nervous system, our nervous system can sense threat, unsafe environments, unsafe people, just through their vibrations, just through the energies that are giving off. And so we can tend to take that in, especially, and I don't know why this is going into this, but especially if you're an empath. Oh, they were pointing me to my next download. So the next message I got was, no more video games, no more fake interactions or affairs that leave you feeling depleted. Okay, so if you are here, and this may be for someone specific, or I feel like it's a collective of individuals for the highly sensitive to energy that are tuned into energies, vibrations, and frequencies. Again, you're here, your soul brought you here for a reason. So this also is an energetic transmission, a frequency and vibrational frequency, channel, okay, that you were brought here to listen to be with, to sink in, for some of it to resonate, not all of it, right? And what I get from no video games and those fake interactions or affairs that leave you depleted is that you've been around people for a lot of your life that have not filled your cup up. But remembering that we have to fill our cup up so that we know what our cup feels like full before we know we get around people who are maybe energetic vampires. Maybe they are latching on to us because out of a sense of comfort, out of a sense of connection to some part of us still that's like held deeply within us, right? That could be grief, shame, it could be anger, all of those energies, right? And they're doing this unconsciously as well. And because you have such a big heart, because you have such a big field, because you have such a big light, there are times when you allow this unconsciously because the bigger part of you knows that it is for the highest good. But it is also your responsibility to cleanse and clear and purify your energy after that, okay? To release it, to send it back into the infinite, right? Source or down to earth, to replenish, to renew, to recycle, to revitalize, to wash it away from you, okay? I'm showing being seen in the shower right now. So doing this while you're in the shower is a good practice. Most of us take a shower every day, if not every other day or every other day, to each their own. So getting into that practice, that daily devotion of habit stacking, right? Stacking a habit of cleansing, clearing, and purifying your energy while you're in the shower. Washing it all away, okay? Doing that with me right now. Just taking your hands and setting the intention to wash away any impurities, any energies that are not yours to hold, and clearing them, removing them, and sending them back up to source or down back into Mother Earth. It's as simple as that. Sometimes there are heavy energies and those require us to do a little bit more or go see somebody. The next download was taking action on discovering a part of yourself that is more playful, adventurous, and actually gets excited. And these two cards, all right. The first one was playtime and break free, okay? And if you can see these cards, it reminds me of this childlike you who is holding on to these visions, who is holding on to this great vision that you have and you hold this dream. And you're actually laying the groundwork for more of that because you've done a lot of work already. And now it's like they want you to enjoy it. They want you to enjoy the hard work, the promotion that you've received, the job that you've gotten, the house that you've received, right? That came to you. The health that's restored. Maybe this is for you or for someone in your family. The love that's reconnected, that's been replenished in your life. They want you to enjoy that. They want you to be excited about more of it and release the fear and the worry that something might take you away from it or that something will happen. Because there's this kind of feeling at the back of you, right? That you've kind of had to sit with of feeling like the rug being ripped from underneath you when something good is happening for you. And they really want you to anchor in those vibrations of playfulness, of adventurous, of getting excited, of feeling really good about what is good in your life. Not saying, oh, but well, no, that's old you. Let that go, okay? And they wanted me to add on, because I'm laughing at this, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. This is huge for you. This is huge for you to actually like laugh more in your life. You've been laughing more, now it's time to laugh a little bit more. And they're saying like this is really huge, a huge movement of your expression that has been dimmed down or put in a box, that has been like stuffed down within you for so fucking long. So fucking long, sorry, but that's the word I'm going to use. And the next one that came out, the symbol was a dolphin. Of course, it came out with these cards because they have a lot of dolphins in them. Dolphins are an animal spirit that we can connect with. They are ancient, they are mysterious, they are mystical beings. They are from the planet Sirius and other planets I'm just not sure of right now because I'm hearing like Arcturian. They have a little bit of that energy, the frequency and the vibrations of like electrical currents. So when we connect with dolphins, we are working with our nervous system, which is really connected with our inner child, our little one that was in the womb that received the attunement of our own mother's nervous system, okay? Because we receive that attunement from our own pair of people who raise us, who hold us as babies, who nurture and tend to us, or the lack of that. And so our nervous system gets attuned with whatever our mother's nervous system was when we were babies. Got real serious right here. But dolphins hold this electrical current that we can connect with in spirit, in meditation. Be mindful if we pull in the dolphin energy. I can even feel them now. It's kind of like radiating through my feet almost. So they're very earthy, even though they're known as like sea creatures. I mean, that's earth too, but they are very earthy animals, and they are very earthy spirits, and they allow us to sink into the energies and vibrations of flow of the feminine. Again, the feminine coming through, allowing that nurturing presence of water, of flow, of fluidity to come through. And then just like kind of like this, right? How they're showing it breaking out of the wave. You're breaking out of the waves of sadness. You're shifting sadness. You're shifting depletion. You're shifting whatever. Maybe some of you have been through a breakup. I'm feeling you're shifting out of that old relationship that kept you or held you down or back from like this becoming of this playful, adventurous, and excited human, this excited you. All right, the next one that came up was waking up early to see the sunset, sunrise. So I'm actually going to just sink into what this was trying to bring through. Okay, so you know when they say the early bird catches the worm? And this is also another habit stacking practice that they are wanting to make you aware of, is waking up with the sunlight in your eyes instead of grabbing your phone and taking that unnatural light. And just allowing yourself to sink in the sunlight into your eyes. Light in your eyes is important, okay? They're showing me carrots and beta carotene, which is a component of carrots that helps the eyes, strengthen your eyesight. And so working with your eyes, doing some eye exercises, maybe this is working with your neural circuits, okay? Your neural pathways, because it does work with the cranial nerves and the back of your cervical spine, okay? And that is all connected with our vagus nerve also. Again, lots of nervous system attunement, regulating happening here. Not just self-regulating is what I'm hearing, but co-regulation, creating an environment and being with individuals and people that feel good, that feel safe, that allow you to be in that state of connection, the rest digestion, right? Your parasympathetic nervous system state, that allow you to feel grounded in your body, that don't take you away from feeling that sense of here, now, presence, feeling your feet, feeling your seat, your sits bones on your seat, feeling your spine, adjusting your posture, allowing yourself to really take up that space is what I'm hearing. And then the last symbol that came through was lapis lazuli. So lapis lazuli is a crystal. And the word that I kept hearing from lapis lazuli was about protection, authenticity, throat chakra, expression, and dignity. And so dignity is an expression of you having integrity, you having and holding the devotion and the dedication to your authentic expression, to your living in your truth, living in your freedom. And so for someone here, you are moving more into this space of that didn't feel right for me. And I am glad and I'm compassionate that I knew that sooner than later. Because what they're sharing with me right now is that we have to experience things to know what we do not want more of, or what we do not like, what we do not enjoy, what we do not feel good doing. So sometimes you found yourself over and over again in these new experiences that you thought were, that you felt were, right? That your intuition guided you to and led you to were for you, only to find out, oh my gosh, this is not for me. This did not feel right for me. And so the more, and it's not, your intuition is not guiding you wrong. There's no wrong paths that you're on. There is only the path that you are walking and that you are taking and that you're making the changes, right? This is life happening. Life is happening for you and with you. You are walking this path. And it is very sacred. And what you walk, and the more you learn, right? We're here to learn, we're here to grow. The more you do and take the chances, you try something new. Remember to not be so hard on yourself, to shift into compassion, to shift into letting go and forgiveness, okay? To shift into acceptance, self-acceptance of yourself for knowing more than you did then, now. Okay? All right, let me just feel into seeing if this was everything that needed to come through. You're shifting into experiences that light you up more. You're shifting into these experiences that hold more for you so that you can share more of you. It is this freedom that comes with living our truth so that we can feel like we can take up the space, that we can really be in a place and space that allows us to hold this presence of our vibration, of our unique frequency, of our unique calibration, of our blueprint, of self. And so we are all doing this. All right, you guys, till next time. Bye.